Yo, this is the J Cartere podcast, and I am. Is it the J Cartere show podcast? Man, this title's gonna fuck me up. The J Cartere show, you know what it is. I'm J Cartere. In this episode, we're gonna be talking about, why everything is your fault and why you should think that way. So stay tuned. This episode of the J Cartere Show podcast is sponsored by me at growonyoutube.com. If you want to grow your YouTube gaming channel, then growonyoutube.com is the place to go. I just released my new book, A Gamer's Guide to Greatness, which will show you how to grow your YouTube gaming channel and turn it into a business. You can get that at growonyoutube.com/guide. If you want to grow your YouTube gaming channel and turn it into your career, make a full-time living, become a full-time YouTube gamer, actually build a business around it, then this book is for you. If you just want to live off AdSense and become a big YouTuber and be broke, then this book is not for you. It's not for anyone who wants overnight success or anything like that. But go to growonyoutube.com/guide if you think this will be helpful for you. You can see the reviews of happy customers who have purchased the book already and are now using the strategies in there to grow their own YouTube gaming channels. Now, I basically created the book that I wish I would have had when I first started out on YouTube. I've spent a variety of years. I think I started in around 2011, and I did a lot of experiments, a lot of research, a lot of trial and error in order to find out what actually works. So I've distilled all of that and put it into this book, this guide, so you guys can know what works and grow your YouTube gaming channel. I've grown my YouTube gaming channel to over 24,000 subscribers. When this comes out, it'll probably be even more than that. I don't know. It's continually growing. It's always growing, and it's going to continue growing because I know what works. I know what works now, and I've put that in this book to show you what works. And if you want that, go to growonyoutube.com/guide. Now let's get into the episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? I've got something really important that I want to share with you guys, especially if you're working towards anything in life and you want to be anything, you want to achieve anything. I think it's very, very important for you to take this mindset shift and for you to basically approach things in this way. And the way I mean is to assume and act as if everything is your fault. Every bad thing that happens to you, every success you have, every failure you have, all of it is your fault. For example, I basically assume everything's my fault, as I just told you. Like, if anything goes wrong, I look at what I could do to make it better next time. I don't blame outside sources. I don't be like, it would have worked if only this person had done that, or if they did this, or all that sort of shit. I focus on what I can improve. And I think that approaching life from this way gives you... First of all, it gives you more agency over what's going on in your life, because you're taking that agency. You're actively knowing that you have an impact on what happens in your life. And when you actively know that, you act accordingly and you start making better decisions for yourself instead of hoping that someone else is going to make great decisions for you and do shit for you, because, no one else cares about your success, about your future as much as you do. That's just the reality. No one gives a shit, yeah? Unless you care, it ain't gonna happen for you, B. It ain't gonna happen. And I see this happen to people all the time. They're blaming other people for why things don't happen for them or why things don't go right. And then you know what happens when you sit around blaming other people? You don't adapt. You don't change. You don't think, okay, I did something wrong, let me improve myself. You think, okay, I'm perfect. I did all this shit correctly. If only other people would do this, then it would have worked. And that's a very self-defeating way to approach things. And I really want to get you guys out of that mindset. Also, I've realized that most people don't want this. You don't want success as much as you say you do. I think 99% of people, if you ask them, do you want to be successful? They'll say yes. And then if you look at their actions say no. Their actions say no, no, no. They say they ain't doing shit. Because most people don't like hard work. They don't like hard work. And, I can understand that if you're doing hard work for a company that you don't believe in, or doing hard work on a job that you don't like, I can understand why you don't like that. But doing hard, when you're passionate about something, when you really, really love something, and you really want to achieve something, that hard work, it doesn't feel like, oh, this is hard work. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels so much better than, doing it for something that you dislike. And you're so much more encouraged and so much more, what is the word? I'm looking for that word, enthusiastic about doing the work. And that's why I really want you guys to try and focus on shit that you actually enjoy, instead of doing stuff for the sake of getting a paycheck. Because when you're doing things for the sake of getting a paycheck, like most people, you're going to do the minimum required amount of work to just get by, to get the paycheck. And I see that so often. I see it in pretty much everyone that I know that has a job, like a 9-to-5 job where they go and work for someone else. They do the bare minimum because they're just doing it to get the money. And when you do the bare minimum, you get bare minimum results. Like that's just what it is. And when people say you get out what you put in, it's the truth. And you can't expect, because you put in hard work, that you're going to get great results. That's not the way it works either. I worked, how many years has it been now? It's almost been 10 years. It's been like 8 years since I was like super serious on pursuing my dreams and whatnot. Since I was like 16, I've been on this thing, like trying to pursue the music career. And then I pivoted and started focusing on YouTube, and then pivoted. And now, I'm still focusing on YouTube, but I'm going through my entrepreneurial avenues and trying to create multiple revenue streams so that I can have the YouTube shit there, but use that to do what I really want to do and move forward to where I really want to go and achieve my goals in life and do what I want to do for the rest of my life and all that sort of shit. But I've been able to create my own freedom and create a life that I can enjoy. And I'm not saying you got to do what I'm doing. Like, you don't have to quit your job and become an entrepreneur or go down this path or go down that path. If you're happy in your job, then, stay in your job. Like, why would you leave it? That doesn't make any sense. I want you guys to be happy. That's the real thing here. Like, being happy. And another thing that I wanted to quickly go over is I know a lot of people, you want to be rich. If you ask someone, do you want to be rich, and they're not rich and they're, a little broke, they're probably going to say yes. And I've realized that most people want to be rich so that they don't have to do anything. That's why most people want to be rich. They want to be rich so they don't have to do shit at all. And I don't think those people are ever going to be rich. I just don't think they have the drive and what it takes to actually get there. And I think they're approaching it from the wrong angle. To be honest, I don't give a shit about being rich. Like, if you asked me when I was 16, 15, do I want to be rich? I'd be like, yeah, I'd really love to be rich. Now, I couldn't care less. I just want to have my bills paid and have some money on top of that. Like, rich, well, it depends what you think is riches, but being rich and having more money will allow me to do what I want to do in life, which is help other people and help people who are trying to start their own businesses and develop that, and help young broke entrepreneurs get on the ladder and learn what they need to do and help them move towards their goals and create freedom for themselves, which is like something I'm really, really passionate about. And being rich will definitely help that. But, personally, do I need to be rich to be happy? No, not at all. Not at all. I just need a roof over my head, internet, food in my stomach, the love of my wife, my family. To be honest, I don't even need friends. If we're being real, I have a very low amount of friends. A bunch of my friends cut off basically because we just weren't on the same wavelength, man. And that's no disrespect to them. We just had different journeys in life, going in different directions, and you kind of fade apart. And when you really want to achieve something and be great, you have this drive, I believe. Maybe everyone else doesn't act like this, but me personally, I've had this drive since I was very, very young, because I was poor. I grew up in poverty. My mom didn't have no money, and I knew that no one else was going to do it for me. My rest of my family was telling me to go get a job and do this and do that, and I knew that wasn't going to create the life that I wanted to live. So I knew that I needed to be full steam ahead, and I was full steam ahead from a young age, and shit didn't happen for me. Nothing was going the way that I wanted it to go. But over time, because I was full steam ahead, and because I was out here failing and learning and trying and stuff, I got to the point where I learned more, and now I've learned a lot. And if I could go back and I had the knowledge that I had now, I'd achieve things much more quickly. And that's really important, and that's really wild. But personally, if I got rich, I wouldn't stop doing things. It would just give me the freedom to do what I want and to do more of what I want and to focus on that. I think I'm gonna work until I die. And I don't think everyone's like me. I don't think everyone's like that, and you don't need to be like that. I am addicted. I'm addicted to progress. Every single day I'm working towards what I want to achieve, and I want you guys to do the same, because I think it's so important, and I think the consistency will get you where you want to get to. Maybe it'll take 10 years, but if you're consistent, you'll get there. If you're not doing anything, you won't get there. Like, it's very, very unlikely that you're going to be lucky and become an overnight success or anything like that. Most overnight successes work for fucking ages until that point where everything clicks and they're able to, you know, turn things around and hit that tipping point. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work forever, but I love it. I love the work. I love getting up in the morning and doing this shit and working on businesses and being an entrepreneur and trying to find revenue streams and working on solving people's problems and helping people. Like, it's so fulfilling. It is so fulfilling, and I want you to be able to find something that's fulfilling for you. So if you don't feel like you're fulfilled in life, then I want you to reflect. I want you to reflect. I want you to take stock in your life. I want you to take responsibility, because it's so important to take responsibility and to be accountable for your own actions and accountable for the way your life has gone. Take responsibility for it, because when you take responsibility, then you can start making a change in your life instead of, you know, hoping that someone else will make a change for you. Understand that you can change your life if you want to. If you put in the work, you will be able to do whatever you want. And that's the truth. That is the fucking truth. So stop with this defeatist mindset, like, I can't do it because of this excuse and that excuse and that excuse. No, you can do it. You just can't be bothered. You just don't want to put the work in. You just don't want to get through this obstacle or that obstacle and all that sort of shit. Like, you can bypass those obstacles if you really want to, and you need to know that. And I know this might hurt your feelings. You might be like, oh no, I wanna have these excuses. I want to think that, you know, the reason it's not happening for me is because of these outside factors, because of this, because of that. Bruv, you can make it happen regardless. You can make it happen regardless. I didn't have anything. I didn't have no money. I didn't have no one supporting me like that, really. I was out here and I focused on trying to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I'm still not successful. I'm not out here telling you that I'm on top of the game and I know what I'm doing, but, well, I kind of know what I'm doing, but still, like, the thing is, I'm not where I want to be in life, but I feel like I've created a life for myself where I'm happy on a daily basis. And I think that is just so important. And I want everyone else to be happy on a daily basis, because it's shit not being happy. It's crap. And I think you can agree that you want to be happy, unless you're just a negative Nancy and you just want to be a fucking dickhead. And if that's you, then, you know, stop listening to the podcast. Well, actually, maybe you can listen to the podcast. Maybe it will change you around eventually. I don't know. But yeah, I just want you guys to take responsibility for your life, the way it's going. Take responsibility and understand that everything is your fault. And when you get to that point where you're like, everything is your fault, you'll be able to make a change in your life and move towards where you want to get to. For example, if I was crossing the street, there was a green man, of course, not the red lights. If I was crossing the street and I got run over, I'd think, yeah, that guy's a bastard for running me over and stuff. But I'd also think, well, I should have known that car was coming. I should have looked. I should have checked it out a little bit better. I should have maybe stayed there a little bit more before crossing the road. I should have been a little bit more careful. I blame myself. I would blame myself. And I would think about what I can do differently next time. And that's how you evolve. That's how you get better. That's how you get to the point where you're good at something. Like, everyone starts being shit at something or whatever you want to be good at. You start out being shit unless you have innate talent, which, congrats to you. Personally, my only talent is being a quick learner and, being out here putting in the work. Everything that I've learned how to do, every skill that I have, it's been a result of hard work and me learning and, trying to get good at it. But everyone starts out shit. And then once you accept responsibility that you're shit, you're not like, okay, I'm shit because of that person or because of this equipment. No, you're shit because you're shit. That's just the reality. You're just shit. Yeah. Once you learn that, you're like, okay, I accept that I'm shit. And then you try to get better. And then, sometimes you fail, sometimes you get better. And you're like, okay, I failed doing that, so I'm not going to do that next time. Next time I'm going to change that up. Or, that worked, so I'm going to keep that in my arsenal. I'm going to move forward and try add this thing. And then you eventually become a better person and you become more competent at whatever skill you're trying to achieve. And yeah, that's how you become great at something, by trying again and again and again, and consistently trying and consistently moving forward. So yeah, this was all over the place, but I thought I had to get this out there. Usually I'd put this in like an Instagram story or something, but I wanted to get in the podcast because honestly, I do want to give you guys the gems to be better and to make yourself valuable. I think those two things are just so important to me, and I really want to communicate that and help you guys be happy and create a life that you want to live instead of being miserable and doing shit that you don't want to do for the sake of paying your bills. And that's something I'm really passionate about, and it's something I really want to do. But if you don't like these episodes, you can skip them. But I hope that you won't. I hope that you take the knowledge that I'm giving you, and you actually think on it and try and ponder, and try it out. Try thinking about everything like it's your fault. Now, don't be like, oh, it's my fault, I'm a terrible person. Don't do that. Don't put yourself down because it's your fault. You can do bullshit, like you can do something wrong and still be a cool person, as long as at the end of the day, you try to improve on that and you try to make sure that you don't make the same mistake next time. Like, that's what you really need to be focusing on, not by putting yourself down and being like, oh, I'm the worst person in the world. But if you are the worst person in the world, then take stock in that and try to improve. That's important as well. But yeah, I don't want to go on and on and on about this shit. If you like this sort of stuff, then let me know in the comment section below. And, leave a review and all that sort of stuff on iTunes. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. So we about to launch with 12 episodes, B! Which is good stuff. Good stuff. Podcast, well, it's out because you're listening to it, but for me, I'm saying it's out soon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it when you get to this point. Peace out.